Ahoy, wonders, and welcome back to the table. We found a dragon in a dungeon. Achievement unlocked.
Now, did everybody in the audience also bring their plushies of themselves?
I did.
Okay, good.
Oh, well, shit. I have this.
No, it's a good likeness.
It is perfect. I adore him.
This is something I've, like, in the back of my head always dreamed I would achieve if I ever GM shit for a living.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
These came from one Maggie Frattarali.
Frattarali.
Yep. And also from Jesse, a.k.a. Cartoon Kitsune, I believe.
I believe Cartoon Kitsune made it.
Yep.
And Miss Frattarali made The Wonders.
Beautiful Blue on Twitch and Discord.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
They'll be joining us for quite some time.
Until I find some more gimmicks and props to use that we're going to have to make space.
Oh, I wouldn't want... Oh, where's my keyboard?
Oh, jeez.
So Dagron is staring at us. And
Yeah.
I'm invisible, so he's not looking at me.
staring at most
He's
of
at
us.
least looking through me.
He may, however, be looking at the magical armor that you are attempting to pilfer
I'm not
from him.
sure, like, how does invisibility work? Does that include
Works on
everything
yourself.
I'm carrying? Okay, so things I'm carrying.
Not once the spell is cast. Once the spell is cast, it has to be whatever is on that person.
Okay, so it's whatever I'm wearing.
Yeah. So either you...
So right, so whatever I have equipped.
Whatever you have equipped and on your person, not
at the
including...
moment of taking the potion
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, like,
anything
yeah.
you're picking up doesn't suddenly become invisible.
Yeah.
So the armor that you picked up is still visible because it was not invisible.
But it is a sheeming layer of, like, it's translucent at
Perhaps.
least. Okay,
mean-
that's my saving grace.
I mean, we're in a very fast-moving situation. You could drop the armor and hope he didn't notice that it was
But then
floating
you'd have
for
to
a
drop
second.
the armor.
Then I'd have to drop the armor.
It's true. I'm just calling out options. Wake's your
I'm
character.
I'm not even like.
And I will add this to the tension of the moment. The fact that you rolled a 20 on the sleight of hand means you got the whole set.
Yeah, I got
I was
all
only
of it.
going to give you the piece.
Yeah, I got the whole armor, and it's not sleight of
In
hand. He
his
told me to make a
hands, he's
strength
got the
check.
Oh, strength check.
Yeah, but yeah, I got all that armor. It's just like, okay, now what? Somebody distract me. I can't. Because like the shitty thing is, I can't even use the armor as far as I'm aware. Like unless it's counted as no armor, which I'm certain it doesn't.
Okay, so the dragon's still caught in the cone of silence or whatever, right?
Yeah, we're all quiet where we're at.
Well,
Like, everything is quiet.
So the silence is a 20-foot radius, and that radius, I initially cast it centered on its head as it was sleeping. That radius does not move.
Okay.
It's true. So if his head moved out of it, then
Yeah, he lurched his head up. He's well above it at this point.
Okay, so he can now.
You, however, are still in it.
Which also tells us that this dragon is more than 20 feet tall, which is terrifying.
That is a very.
Well, at
big
least his
dragon.
neck is.
adolescent. It's an adolescent dragon. A young adult Drake.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to roll an intelligence check to see if they like have any history or knowledge about a seafaring dragon.
This might be where Wake's childhood. Oh, 19. Wake. We've already established that Wake's heard stories.
11.
Is Risk gonna grow into one of those?
Natural wonders.
God, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
And if not, I have it on good authority that I can learn polymorph later. I can make this happen.
You should have brought it. You can talk to the dragon.
Do you have honey?
no, our mascot.
Like I imagine when you smash him, he just pops up back in like pling. Yeah.
Pops into confetti.
No, just like pops back up in full into shape.
Oh yeah.
Like a wobble. It
Yeah.
wiggles and it wobbles, but it don't fall down.
God damn it. Anyway, well, unless you're willing to say this out loud and blow your cover.
I'm in a cone of silence. I can't anyway. But what do I know?
He pulls out his magic book. That's what we heard. Nothing.
You are certain that based on the stories that have been told to you, that based on how big this dragon is and how how discolored, like even though it's got a really nice blue, its underscales are discolored and don't look like they're fully developed. You're looking at a young blue dragon.
That means it's going through its angsty teenage dragon.
Oh no.
Dragon puberty. The worst puberty.
The only thing you also know about blue dragons is that they command the powers of lightning even while underwater, and also their mere presence instills fear.
No kidding.
The other thing I know
Do
about
I
blue
need to make a
dragons.
will save?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm invisible and in a cone of silence, but I'm holding armor. Do I have, like... I'm assuming one of those things gives me... Do either of those give me advantage on a stealth check?
I'd say it gives you an advantage. Yes.
Excellent. Stealth time! I'm gonna hide. Stealth is plus 8. 22.
22? Wait, hold on. This is a big thing, so I need to do something big.
Oh, doing something big.
Oh dear. It's the big dice.
Gonna need the big old crystal die. You can hear the heft in it. So what was your number?
22.
22? Forgot, sorry. I am dwelling a lot of information from
Needs
this
to
book.
know what its wisdom is.
Yeah. Okay.
Wake, come on. Hide. Just
Gotta. Ooh, that's a pretty high amount of perception you got there, buddy.
No, it isn't. Don't listen to him, Wake. He's fine.
Roll a dexterity check.
Oh.
Oh dear.
A save, actually. I
Oh,
apologize.
that's even better. To hear. 23. It's okay. We're fine.
23. All right. Well, you notice that it actually is aware of the fact that something moved and something is in front of it. It's aware of your presence but doesn't still see you. It throws its hand down. Its giant claw clams down onto the gold as if it was trying to swat at you. It just grazes your face. What if you were wearing a beard, you would get a shave on one side at this point. It notices that nothing has moved or nothing has become of this, and ignores it and returns its gaze to you guys.
Yeah, Wake just like, whoosh.
Great.
So I'm ostensibly, I'm guessing, hiding behind a pile of gold right now or something.
You are in front of its face. You are in front of its hand. It doesn't notice you yet. It threw
Okay,
its
so
hand
I'm
down.
hiding behind its hand.
Yeah, you're pretty
From
much.
its
So
from
you know how
gaze.
when a dog puts his paws out and it's the middle point in between. That's where you are.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop that silence. Well, actually, do I have to do that? No, I can keep the silence up, so I might as well where we're at. But I'm going to, because minor illusion doesn't require vocals. Good. I'm going to cast a minor illusion back behind the way that we came of a sound, of a voice yelling, "Come on, guys! Let those guys die! We already got the good treasure! Let's get out of here!"
Ooh.
Roll me a sleight of hand because you are trying to do this while the dragon is looking directly at you.
No, that's fair. Trying to do those somatic
Yep.
hand
pulled out
gestures
a
without
flute.
him noticing. All right.
Trying to stealthily play your instrument.
That's a 7.
Well, don't worry, you got a nat 20.
Oh, so don't worry, he saw you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have mattered.
You watch as one of the tendrils just wobble down and slap you on the wrist. You feel a dire shock come from that. Its mere existence ebbing towards you. Your entire body, the hair and fur on your body just bristles. Not even the slap alone. That was 17 points of shock damage.
We should not fight this thing. We should not fight this thing. I think I'm taking the right course of action at the moment.
Witnessing Eloy's suffering, I drop to my knees and hold up 10 platinum. Please, mighty dragon, spare us. We did not realize.
You're in a cone of silence.
No, he's not there.
Yeah. The silence.
He's outside.
Oh, you're on the side.
He's
right.
outside of it. You, Caster, Eloy, and Red are there.
We are but humble travelers searching for new lands.
Humble. Humble.
Yes, mighty beasts, please spare us. We did not realize where we tread. And please take this humble this offering.
I like the sound of that. As one of the tendrils whip down and grab the platinum as he inspects it. I need to roll for you.
Ooh, it hurts so good.
That's 8 points of electric damage.
God, just picking up platinum from my hand.
Just being near one of its tendrils. It's like a jellyfish.
This does this does look interesting. An acceptable offer for me not to kill you as you stand. Why do you come here? You are not the Trogs.
Is Caster still in the room?
Caster looks like he shit himself.
We are on an expedition to explore new lands charged by this gentleman.
Pass the buck on to him. Roll persuasion.
I can't see.
We bring you this humble sacrifice of an angel.
Oh boy.
I mean,
15. Don't worry, maybe he won't be able to tell your insincerity from.
Well, I
your-
rolled a really shitty insight roll, so you beat him.
Yeah,
All right.
I was gonna say he just thinks you're scared.
Looks over at Caster. Lures his head down right before him. You watch as like just a pulse of electricity just charges down his back like leaking plasma. What say you, leader of those not of the lizardmen? What say you to enter the realm of Pabsvadri? Fearful presence is now active. Everyone roll a will save.
Question: what perked the fearful presence? Is that an aura or is that his like words?
Just basically seeing him.
okay. Fair enough.
I will read the rules
No,
because
I know I kind of know the rules of it.
each creature of the dragon's choice that is within 120 feet of the dragon and aware of it must succeed a DC 20 wisdom saving throw or be frightened for a singular minute.
All right. Well, I'm frightened.
Well, hot damn, 21.
this wouldn't be considered
is-
a charm effect by any chance.
No.
Okay, worth a try.
Yeah, Wake is
I'm scared.
still
with
free,
a,
like
with a
still
14.
still a little freak that he's like in, like right next to
Well,
the dragon's hand.
here's
but-
here's the fun fact about frightful presence. If you succeed, you are immune to frightful presence going forward for 24 hours.
yeah, monks.
I got to roll for Red, Caster.
I'm not sure how.
Oh, fucking Caster peed himself. Red also is kind of in dread of her life.
I hope he doesn't remember this later, that I kind of threw him under the bus.
I'm not sure what the rule about fear vis-a-vis concentration is, but I'm gonna assume that I lose concentration on that silent spell because my donkey knees were knocking.
Fear means you have to find some way to escape the vicinity from this creature.
Hell, that was my plan anyway. Pew!
Speaking of which, that hand that he slapped down in front of me, was it the one that was in front of the door?
No,
Damn.
you actually have to bolt.
Oh, so we just have to run?
He has to do everything in his power to get away. That's how fear works.
All right. Well, then I guess I also am moving since I succumbed as well.
Yep.
So I just start booking it back to the water. Hopefully he doesn't feel disrespected. I did just give him platinum.
How does the dragon react to this?
Okay, he rolled high enough to graciously accept the fact that you gave him something, so maybe holding on to you just a little bit longer and not killing you might bear some more fruit, considering that you are kind of something that he's not seen in quite some time.
So he doesn't want to kill me, but he's...
So the fin end of his tail slaps down and covers the back entrance.
Oh.
Sir, I am so sorry. My daddy always told me never to lie, that I wasn't no good at it anyway, and I just learned that my daddy was right again.
Parental figures, eh? He kind of like smirks at you. You watch as like he like flares his teeth, and you watch as the lightning goes around his maw.
Sir, just a little bit of that hurt me. Something powerful, fierce. I would appreciate no more of that lightning.
Then what have you to offer me? What do you have to offer me, the Pabsvadri of the North?
If you got anything broken, I got this wand of mending. It can mend up broken stuff.
Roll persuasion.
I fondle my bag of glass beads.
11.
Not doing anything with it. Just
Just holding it ready.
if we're gonna go down, we're gonna go down hard.
Okay, you rolled a what again?
An 11.
What need have I to mend things when I could simply take them? He snorts lightning out of his nose and breaks the wand in your hand.
No!
All right, that was okay.
You watch as like the wand at the end of your hand. You almost felt like your entire nervous system in your hand went cold for a second, and this wand turns to ash.
All right. Well, to be honest, I don't really know what is of use to a dragon. Do you like music? I mean, that's really my stock in trade, is trying to make people happy with music.
I know not of what this magic is. Play it. Use it. But be warned, should I not be interested in what you have to offer, your life might be forfeit much sooner.
Whew. Well, sir, that wand was just a wand, but my music is me. So that only makes sense.
Proceed.
Gonna try and pull it together and roll a performance.
Oh, Eloy,
12?
it's moderately okay.
While this is going on, sleight of hand, I have a perfect ruby on me. And I'm just gonna hand it, try and sneak it into Eloy's like pocket.
Roll sleight of hand.
22.
You feel as something oblong goes into your chest pocket. Somehow the dragon was not able to notice that.
He's just bobbing his head back and forth.
No. Now I need to roll for the fact that he did his performance with not so great results. Halt this noise! Is that the best you can offer?
I am almost certain it is not, but I'm not at my best right now. How do you feel about rubies?
You watch as his entire facial structure goes from like darting arrows at you to, I like this. A tendril goes down. One.
We should just start throwing our stuff to him instead of letting him touch us.
Okay. Well,
Stop killing Eloy.
You were rolling. It was rolling low for quite some time. See,
Until.
I'm going to do this damage, but then I'm going to have you guys roll something afterwards.
Okay.
So
All of us?
Yeah, all of you.
Okay.
That was 15 points of lightning damage.
Gee, poor Eloy. They're killing him.
Still alive?
Yeah, I don't think I can take another one of those.
Right.
So I need the rest of you to all roll me an insight check.
$18. Oh wait, insight is wisdom?
Yes.
Okay, then that's a 20, modified.
13.
Obviously.
These idiots need to step out of the water. That's why they're getting shocked so bad.
I'm not gonna tell them.
You're the only one who got it.
Well, I cannot, in fact, I cannot tell them.
Without revealing your position.
Also, I'm still in the cone of silence.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the silence is gone now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I
he
let
lost
that
his
dissipate.
concentration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sir,
I'm still hiding.
may I cast a spell? I assume if you wanted me dead, you'd have just done it. So I'd like to make myself a little further from death right now.
Pabsvadri will allow this. You did offer me something.
I have now heard its name.
He said his name like 3 times.
Yeah, but this is the first time outside of the cone of silence.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to spell it for you?
Yes.
Pabsvadri.
SVADRI.
Dri.
Paps Blue Robbie.
Which in Draconic means I can't tell you because
Ah,
that's a
that's
knowledge
fine.
check.
Well, fine. 5%. Nope. That's a 6. That's a 6. That's nope.
Nope.
Means nothing to Wake.
I cast
now-
Cure Wounds on myself.
I got a 17. Did I pick up on what it meant?
The problem is that you don't speak
That's
Draconic.
very true.
So I'm going to. I know you just rolled that, and it's going to sound really shitty, but I'm going to need you to roll for disadvantage.
All right. Oh, okay, yep, 6.
Nope. Don't know shit about Draconic. He now looks to Red.
Probably.
You, Ape Walker. What say you?
Whoa, racism.
It's D&D.
Just saying.
I was okay with him butchering everybody, but he's a racist?
Calling us ape walkers. Jeez.
He didn't call you that. He doesn't know who you are.
He doesn't know where I am.
Fishwalker.
I mean, he's probably seen me at one point, but that's about it.
What have you to give to me? Got to roll for Red to break out of. Do a will save for good old Red. Snapped right on out of it. She's like, right, it's talking to me. Shit.
And there's no way out.
Yeah, and there's no way out. We seem to be offering you much. But if we do offer you these, will it guard us passage through this cave? Okay.
I just didn't want him to murder us. Even if he told us to go back, I'd be fine.
Through a broken voice and through the sheer amount of just raw energy being pushed against her from the antenna coming from his face. Her words somehow break through all of this intimidation. And he rears back and gives that pause and thought to the point where he actually pulls his hand up and taps his chin.
So that
The hand
way out-
that's not it's the one that's guarding the door is still there.
Okay, so the
He
one
is
that was
he is
covering-
still smart enough to know that if I just get rid of this hand, they're gonna get the fuck out of here.
Fair enough. Okay. Can I roll another stealth check while he's thinking?
Sure.
So I can hide somewhere else? 24.
Now's my chance.
What happened?
He watched as a mound of gold in front of him fall to the side and just go down the entryway to the cave where his hand is covering.
So you knocked something over walking by?
Yep, you knock
Oh.
something over.
Wait, don't I get advantage with my invisibility?
You do.
Okay, I'll take the advantage. Let's see how much better I do. That time I rolled a 17 plus. It's still 25, I think. So. Yeah. Okay.
No.
I made a noise.
You made a noise, so much so that now he knows that, no, there actually is something there. He looks down, gives off a hissing snort, opens his mouth, and gives a light roar over to where you're standing,
Okay.
releasing a breath weapon.
Okay, that's a dex save, right?
Let me see what that is.
That's a dex save.
Terrific.
If it's like every other D&D, it's a dex save for half.
Yes, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that is a very... I mean, it's not 20, but it's 26. Not a nat 20, but I got a 26. I've never been happier to roll high.
Well,
Because I'm still taking a lot of damage, but it's not fatal damage,
Let me see.
hopefully.
okay, well, I still need to roll because you're only taking half damage. You're not
Yeah.
taking full.
Not until next level, or I can't remember what level I learned improved evasion, where I
All right.
take half no matter
so,
what.
give me a hot second because I actually need.
Yeah, no, roll all of your D8s or whatever.
No, I have a set of dice offset that I need to grab.
Oh.
So, dragon.
Camera. Everybody enjoy the view of it.
Just hanging out.
Oh, that's a lot of D6s.
Oh, all right. I know how you feel it. That feel win.
All right, let's do some calculating.
Man, and he saw you taking that armor, I'm assuming, so this is just...
I think he's just breathing in the area right now.
Yeah, he is. So. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, yeah, so it is. That one has to go away.
Oh, wait, plus 5 temporary.
Calculator. Got to round this all down. $16 points of electric damage.
Oh, that's less than Eloy. All right.
Good thing you got that cut
But
in
your
half.
invisibility has shaken off.
Sure has.
What? What? How did I get here?
He turns to the rest of you for an explanation. He doesn't say anything, but boy is the anger in his face real right
Holy
now.
crap, is that a dragon? I've never seen one so magnificent up close. Or one in general.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
But I'm being so complimentary.
Yeah, but you're holding a suit of armor in your arms as you say this.
That's fair. 11.
Nat 20.
Yeah, that's about right.
Roll another dex save.
23.
All right. Well, you don't take damage, but because of the sheer size of his arm, he pushes you into the water with everyone else.
Is his tail still covering the exit?
Yep.
But I still have the armor.
You have something of mine, fish.
Oh, Lord. Is it your heart?
You hear him about to, like, inhale breath.
All right,
I
all
get
right, all right.
away from Wake.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the fear setting in. I know escape is my thing. I feel like number 2 is I'm beginning to suspect a target and should probably steer clear. So I just, still clearly in his sight, I am just slowly backing away
Castor
from
falls to his knees. I came here to seek all kinds of manner of treasure. I didn't know that there'd be a dragon here. If you kill them and let me live, you can have all of their possessions.
I look over at Castor. Can't blame you.
Castor?
I need to see the dragon's reaction so I can present my counter argument. Does he seem satisfied with this?
He looks over at Castor, uses one of his electrical tendrils to slap him across the face. Who told you to speak? Castor actually, like, took it like a man and nothing happened.
Oh, wow. It's that angel blood.
You watch as the flame from his head, like you see the tendril hit him in the face, and the fire looks like it snuffs out, but his face is unbruised.
Okay.
Some sort of angel protection.
So Castor just got completely shut the fuck down.
All right, then I won't try to throw him under the bus. I will take the high road and just silently.
He looks back to Red, awaiting her answer. Your argument of survival has lessened. What do you have to offer? Red looks to Wake. I don't offer anything in monetary gain. I offer knowledge. She holds up her dossier and textbooks full of the vampire documents she's been having to bring up to pull away. She just beat a fucking dragon.
Go Red.
Also, this Castor guy's fucking filthy rich. If you want to extort anybody.
However, Pabsvadri actually jeers back at that, taking the text from a tendril and zap. Where's the dice I had for it? Where's the D8? Here it is. Ugh. 20 points of damage.
Poor Red.
Yep, Red's taking a good old chunk of lightning as the book is taken away from her. You watch as the dragon, like, kind of, like, rears into, like, the back behind him and pulls out a small orb, tinking the object, and it enlarges it so he can read it.
A little magnifying glass.
Yep. Dark creatures of a land unknown and foreign to me. Pabsvadri agrees to your safety. You fish thief. What have you to offer?
Now, Wake, you've been in tighter spots than this. I believe in you.
Give me just a moment.
I offer my crew, these gents.
I don't want to be an asshole.
Could always let the dice decide how much of an asshole you are.
It's true.
Well, you have to tell me what you want to do.
I know.
See, my options were floating between, I found this great suit of armor, and that probably wouldn't fly very well.
I'd say that's on the pile.
Sir, magnificent dragon, I'm certain this is not...
My name?
Master Pabsvadri.
Proceed.
I'm certain there is no issue for you in this sake. I'm sure your entire existence just is crawling with honey lady dragons, right?
Roll persuasion.
Nat 20!
No, I mean, yes.
Well,
Let me redo that no real quick. No. Yes.
well, as a fellow connoisseur of the fairer gender,
Red just looks at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
I offer you something that not many could come in contact with, and that is this. I pull out the Raptor Sex Bomb! It is full of pheromones that are bound to bring many a lady coming to your doorstep and just being great. It's just gonna be a great time. It's like,
I assist with his explanation.
yeah, pitch for me. Be a pitch man.
My persuasion
And I'll add mine and this.
of 14.
Got the 8, yes. And a 19 on the dice. That's 27 plus 0. 27 plus whatever his assist will get me.
It's truly remarkable stuff. I've seen it in action. Unbelievable. It brought creatures from far and wide.
They were ready to party.
You're any search for physical pleasures, pleasures of the flesh.
Especially those of the more scaly persuasion, such as your magnificence.
How can how can this grabs it with the tendril?
I
All right.
toss it to him. I've seen what's been going on. I'm not dumb.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics, one of my better feats, luckily. Thank God it's one of my better ones, because that's a 12 on the die. That's a modified 20.
He catches it. How can this bring forth companionship? I
spread-
wish more of an explanation, or, if you could, prove it.
Well, I mean, that's the only one. If you make me prove it now, then how am I, like, what's the gift, you know? Like, and do you really want it
It
to happen
could
while-
be a farce.
Well, do you want it to happen while we're here? Because, I mean, I think that's awkward for everyone involved.
Persuasion.
$17.
He takes it, but he's still not convinced. A mere elixir of something you claim, with no way of being able to prove its worth, is not an offering I can accept. What more do you have, fish?
I mean, I'll take it back. If it's not worthy of you, right?
It's part of my collective now.
Oh, okay.
I have destroyed many a vessel, sunken deep into the briny deep. All of this I've accrued through my sheer power. You are lucky I am being diplomatic in this situation in the first place, thief.
I'm not doing this. I just want to ask how the logistics of it would work. Would it be like sleight of hand to try and sneakily throw something behind him? Say a glass bean. Like I said, not doing this, just asking. Were that to become
That would be a sleight of hand and an acrobatics check.
okay. Two things I'm good at. Good
Well.
to take note.
You have plenty of magical doodads around here and lots of gold, but have you heard of technology? It's something that I don't see within your collection. All of this stuff is far too old.
What is this technology?
Well, and I remove my shot glove, which I've always worn.
Just never had a need.
I noticed that your magnificent tendrils have been giving off an electric current. This glove here does the exact same thing, but without any use of magic. It is powered by a mysterious cell that generates the electricity.
An offering that mimics my own being.
Yes, but it's something that's very unique.
Quite
He
rare.
will gladly accept that.
There you are. I'll take this one. I deserve it. It's on me now.
7 points of damage.
I can eat that.
Your survival has been paid for.
Thank you, Your Magnificence.
He gave you the ruby.
A stone, while magnificent indeed. What of the rest of you know of this technology? I wish to know more.
Well, I've seen it in action, but I kind of just like sort of hold out my pockets. I don't have anything on me that is technological.
Pay for your mess of a companion of light, for he doesn't seem to want to even speak to one such as I in a coherent manner.
Which is weird because he's the richest one of us.
Persuasion with
same.
advantage.
I'm glad you said it, because it's something I've been holding back.
18.
His direction has shifted from you right onto Caster.
I'm gonna climb out of the water. My passage has been granted.
Nope, you're right. He does look to you. However, he does like flinch at the fact that you were trying to get out of the water, but seeing as if you were trying to move towards the exit, correct?
I'm just standing out of the water. Obviously, the exit's covered, and I'm not breaking through his hand.
Right. He allows this at this point. He doesn't seem one to hold riches.
Man, you should have seen him boasting about it. It's crazy.
He
I
did,
hold nothing on me.
You hired him, I point at Barabbas.
and us in a way. He's basically,
Technically, I lost a bet.
yeah.
I mean,
I just didn't have anything of material worth
Also,
for him.
you point to the dragon's hand. The dragon looks to his claw, lifts it up for like a mere second. Barabbas and Barabbas and Riss are not there.
Okay. They've just continued on, and I don't blame them.
yep. I mean, I'm gonna just throw this out there. He's probably telling you the truth. He didn't bring no riches with him that I saw, but his family's loaded. If you wanted to keep him hostage here, we'd be more than happy to bring a
Like, if
message
you
back
just
to his
left it, if you
family
just
to
send us with a letter or something.
yeah, to ransom him. We could work something out that way.
Oh my god, Eloy.
This is a
Red
little,
even looks to you like,
this
are
is a
you
little-
serious?
A little darker than I anticipated personally, but I mean, all's fair with
How
love,
dare
war, and
you?
dragons.
I'll have the wrath of the Khals on you.
See, could a poor man threaten that?
I have no knowledge of what these Khals are.
They're basically land emperors.
I mean, look, if you want to try and bargain with something on your own person, your own self, that's your lookout, man.
We're doing our best to find a way to get you to live. I understand that it sounds terrible that we're leaving you here, possibly, but at the moment, you
Which,
don't
by
have
the
much
way,
to
I'm not
offer.
necessarily advocating. I'm just saying pay the dragon.
Yes, as the fish said, Angel, pay the dragon. Pay the dragon. Nearing his snout right in front of Caster's face is going to alarm off his electricity aura. Caster is taking... Oh my god! Caster's taking 27 damage.
Wake
Wait.
chortles under his breath.
Very well, I guess. I'm sorry. Here, take everything. He just rips off his jacket and throws it at him.
Honestly, you've kind of just taken his pride, which I feel like is worth more than everything I've ever seen. That's me personally, though. I don't know about your magnificence.
Articles of clothing of that of the walkers is not of my concern. What more do you have?
I step forward. Glorious and powerful Pabsvadri.
Your tide has been paid. What do you speak in his name about?
Caster here may not have anything to pay you with now, but it would still be wrong to see this man killed just because he didn't have anything on him right now. Have you ever suffered pain due to heat? How do you fare with hot?
Is that a threat?
No! I'm offering a means to avoid pain from heat ever again.
Oh, jeez.
What does heat have any sort of threat to one who lives within the water?
I put on my heat-resistant ring.
Do you ever take it off?
I mean, I've had it on me. I guess if it isn't clear that it isn't on, I'm showing it. Red, if you please, could you cast a firebolt towards me?
And I can do it just a little easier.
Sure.
It's like touching his skin.
Yeah.
Fire.
You watch as the flame, like, slides off him like water and goes into the ring.
Okay, that uses up a lot of...
The pain of flames will harm you no more. If it's a problem for you, full disclosure.
He looks over to Red. You, woman of man, cast this man in flames like he asked you to before.
I'm gonna go over there.
She just holds up her hand and looks at you with a fireball. Larger.
I'm gonna go over there. And walk further behind the dragon.
She adds an extra level into the spell, making it larger.
Eloy, I suggest you move.
Yeah, I'm just.
It is now. You now watch as she's holding her hand out, trying to at least keep it in place. There is now a. So you know those exercise balls where they put the person in there and their head is like the only thing that sticks out of them.
Yeah.
That's how big the orb is right now.
All right.
Larger.
It might hurt a little. That might hurt a lot.
Look, if this ring doesn't do its job, then I deserve it. Putting a lot of faith in this thing. I look over at Caster. This is for you. This is for you.
As for the martyr.
Red, and this is for all the DBZA fans. Hand over head, spirit bomb proportions of fire as it goes into level 4.
Jesus.
Oh God.
Oh my God, she's burning a level 4 slot for this.
Didn't test the
She
heat
is
resistant-
killing her entire slot pool for this.
Did not test this heat resistant ring too much, but it seemed like it could take a
It
lot.
sure could take scalding water.
That's probably about how hot this is gonna be, right, guys?
Yeah.
Right, guy?
Oh, this isn't so bad. Oh my God, it's worse!
Roll me a con saving throw.
Yeah, all right. That's not good.
No, it's not.
5.
Yeah, you're right. That's not good.
I mean, I didn't want to lose the ring, so
I guess just burning to death is fine.
that's the trade I have to take.
So, yeah, the ring's gonna get charged, all right. So charged, in fact, that the gemstone breaks.
Oh.
All right, looks like I lost the ring.
And I'm going to nerf this damage.
I saw this attack coming. Can Uncanny Dodge cut it?
I mean, yes.
All right, cool. When an attacker that I see hits me with an attack, I can use my reaction to have the attack's damage against me.
Well, I was gonna have this as is anyway.
Well, hey,
quarter
well, now
damage.
it's quartered.
Because the ring actually took all of that.
Uh-oh.
So, 2, 3. You would have taken 9 damage originally.
All right.
Have that down to 6.
That's half of 9.
So you like, it wasn't hot before. You were just like, your ring took most of it, and then you finally felt like a little bit of a scorch hit you at the end there as the ball dissipates into the water, and you are now left standing there with your clothes kind of singed in fire.
Okay, so that's a little bit hotter than I had originally expected. When you're right, you're right. Your Grace. It looks like the ring wasn't quite as strong as I'd thought.
Roll performance.
This is like vaudevillian slapstick performance now.
Hey,
And it's stacked.
26.
It gives a childish snort and kind of chuckles to itself. Your pain will act as your tide for this one.
Oh, thank you. I just shoot a glare at Caster.
He's naked.
He's got his pants on. He just took his jacket off.
Oh.
I'll do this later. Doing this while he's staring at me won't work.
I must say, this little performance you put on amuses me so.
Well, you probably wouldn't think it to look at us, but we're actually a group of traveling entertainers as well as explorers. So
Entertainers.
yeah.
How is this so?
Well, we're putting together a traveling show. It hasn't quite got all the pieces worked out and figured out, but Eloy here is a musician, as you saw. I like to tell jokes and do a little sleight of hand trickery. I just kind of like juggle a coin. Wake here is a strong man. And we got plenty of other people who couldn't come with us on this specific expedition.
Did the cannon have fun on his birthday?
What?
Yes, he had a blast. 101 artful pirate jokes.
That's right.
That's not part of the act yet. We're working on that
Eloy
one.
is
Knowledge
also
of a land I've known nothing of. He holds his claw out.
Oh, sir.
Oh.
My daddy gave me this book. My daddy who told me never to lie.
Oh my gods! Give him the fucking book!
Sir, please don't. I can't stop you if you want to take it, but please don't.
Persuasion.
Nat 20!
Oh.
You are lucky because that was a DC roll of 30.
What the fuck?
Your tide has been paid, I suppose. I don't quite know if your feeble minds obtained this, but knowledge is what I seek of this land before I decide to make my glorious conquest upon the land.
Well, we look forward to that day.
Yes. Your kind know when one is stronger than them to yield. You will in time. For now, my horde shall grow. And until I decide to make my grand appearance, you have bartered your lives.
Thank you. I slowly back out the door.
He lifts his claw up for you to go through.
As soon as I'm through, I start running.
Real quick, just want to ask, is he still holding the armor?
Yes. I never dropped it.
So want to make
I'm
sure.
already through. I'm booking it.
Roll dexterity.
God fucking damn it. Fine.
Not gonna let you just get out of there after I fucking
Fuck
lost my
you!
ring.
Fuck you! We had a thing! I wasn't gonna make you give up your thing, that was you! Asshole! 24!
At the last second, he noticed that you booked it.
Fuck you!
No, you got away.
Yes!
He slams his paw down and looks to the rest of you.
Hey, you know what?
That's on you!
That is a essentially not lawful act.
I'm not lawful! I'm chaotic neutral! Wait, no, I'm chaotic good.
I wouldn't consider leaving us in the lurch to be a good act
Not
either.
my fault! Chaotic! For the greater good, I got this thing to trade to save a land. Good.
Your strong man, as you put it, absconded with something I worked to stride for.
I find risk. Look what I found.
Hey, check this out. We gotta go.
How will you reconcile for this?
Give him more knowledge.
I have this list.
You can look at Red's face. She looks like she wants to kill you.
I can't see it.
You can't. Red and Castor both look so disheveled at this.
I am with Barabbas and Risk now.
They're not there. You ran out. He's not able to pursue you because he's too small. You don't find...
Too big.
You don't... Yeah, he's too big. You don't find Barabbas or Risk ahead of you.
I'm gonna pop a greater healing potion.
All right, so we're going to leave you off to the side for now.
Yeah. Well, how much is greater healing, just so I can do this on the side?
Greater healing... Oh, fuck me. I'm going to say, for the sake of this, let's do 66 plus 4.
Holy fuck. Okay, I'm probably fine then.
Man, nothing I have really gives knowledge. Unless I can bullshit my way through this, which is what I'm gonna try to do. He stole an article of clothing, it would seem, which you claimed to have no
I
value.
slayed a champion of another country for that.
Really? Well, that leads perfectly into what I'm going to offer, hopefully in recompense of our foolish traveling companion.
Oh?
I hold out the naval outfit I had from our one expedition before.
What is this?
This is a jacket of one of the land's strongest warriors. They are known as Navy men. I also bested him in combat, and this is one of my most prized trophies.
The Ledger Red comes in with you to assist in this. The Ledgermane is one of the few of this land who govern all that stand on it. You hold an article of this as a trophy, they'll know your unyielding power.
Absolutely. It is.
Roll persuasion. With advantage.
Good thing we got that advantage.
Good thing with advantage.
16.
16. Now to roll for insight. With the combined strength of you and Red pitching this, he will accept it. Tendrils.
Yeah.
Ah!
You just learn how to toss.
I don't want to
Or
seem
like,
disrespectful.
Or like lay it at his feet, like two hands, just
Okay,
set it down.
that I could have done. Is this considered an attack, and can I uncanny dodge it?
You can,
Okay.
because this is 21 points of damage.
Yeah, that would have been bad. But if I'm cutting that in half,
Yep. Round it down.
okay. So, just 10.
He will accept this. What is the name of this hero that you have so mightily slain?
He had a name.
Red kind of just like rolls her eyes. Pistachios.
Pistachios.
As you hear the Yeldon in the background. Pistachios. You're welcome.
Keeping him alive in our hearts.
I shall keep this token of pistachios. You may leave.
Thank you. And
I'm just standing on the far end of the tunnel.
just and an enormous apology. We had no idea. Like I said, we are just humble explorers. We didn't realize we'd be traipsing into such such grandiose a presence. I bid you farewell, and thank you so much for your kindness and your understanding.
Oh, well then, best of luck to you. It'll be fun to watch the madness ensue when you approach upon the Lost Kingdom.
Real quick, just want to ask before we leave, and don't want to cause any more of a stir or
How
surprises.
about you just get out of the fucking dragon's presence?
If we have to, leave through this way, will that cause a problem? We swear we will touch nothing. We will go through. We can announce our presence if you so desire. Just
If you have something to offer coming back, then I will allow it.
terrific. Thanks for giving the update. All right. Hopefully, this is the last you'll have to see of us, good sir.
Good morrow to you.
I go out.
Yep.
Everyone fucking books it outside.
Anybody else steal anything on the way out?
No.
Okay.
All right, so
Wake's just sitting there, arms behind his head.
Wake?
Red grabs you by the throat.
Hi.
12 years of my life I gave away to save you. 12 years! How will you repay this to me?
Technically, that was 12 years of your life to save yourself.
You feel her hand start to burn.
It was what you paid to get passage, was it not?
Roll persuasion.
18.
So remember that scene from God of War where Zeus kind of like tells Kratos don't fucking fail as he's about to kill the only thing that reminds him of his family?
Yep.
He lets out that blood-curdling scream and then jumps at Zeus. That's how Red kind of just like lets out this scream, throws you against the wall, and looks away holding her face.
I just shoot him a glare, and I just go, just deep sigh. We should keep going.
Wake? Not okay. That's all Eloy says and walks away.
That hurts more than anything else. You know what? Go ahead and roll your vicious mockery at me.
Nope. Not casting a spell, just telltale style. Eloy will remember this. Eloy does not feel like he can count on you.
1 second.
Oh yeah, more of the map has been revealed.
Let me just double check something. Ooh, we're actually moving on to another map.
Ooh, fun.
You actually made it all the way to the exit.
Yay!
So, with that, I think it might be a good time to actually go on break so I can fix the map.
Sounds good to me. We'll be right back after this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the table. We survived.
We lived. And now we just
That's all
continue.
there is to that.
Now we just continue.
And now everybody's just shaking their heads at Wake. And he's
everyone's cranky.
yeah, he feels like he did the right thing because he knows why they're there. And he feels like he just has to like bear the brunt of this guilt.
Well, let's get over to the fact that you guys start walking through a tunnel that feels way longer than it should. But you still feel like there's a path going somewhere. Like, even as you push forward, you feel like a weird gust of air kind of drive you to want to go forward. And then finally you reach a small area where Barabbas is holding a torch, and there's Riss right next to him as they wave you over.
Hey.
We feared the worst for you, says Barabbas.
Yeah, well, luckily, we had to give up a lot of things, but we didn't leave empty-handed, at least.
Riss just looks to you all just like, oh, thank goodness you're all okay. Like, I was the one who feared the worst. Barabbas looks down at him. It's true, he almost ran back, mustering his club, thinking he was going to slay the beast.
Oh, that's sweet of you, Risp, and you probably could have.
It's so nice to know I have a friend I can count on, Riss. Thank you.
Wow, I'm getting this passive-aggressive.
Wow, yeah. Not used to
All right,
this.
look, I'm sorry, but we need money. We need items that are worth money.
The money won't be very good if none of us are alive to take it.
What did she, like, Barabbas looks to you now that you're holding a plate mail. Where did you get that?
I got it from the dragon.
He nearly traded our lives for it, but he got it.
May I?
I mean, Okay, I like take it piece by piece off of my, like I've just been kind of like tying it to myself.
He starts like scrambling to look on the inside of it. He takes like a few of his like talons and like rubs the back of it, like trying to see if he actually feels something.
Oh, this is fake. It's worth nothing.
No, this is. He looks on the inside. This is one of our order. Like Castor looks to him. Order? What order? What are you speaking of?
Castor's still shirtless, right?
Yeah, great. And Barabbas looks to him. What happened to you?
He cried and started throwing his clothes at the dragon.
He had nothing of value to offer him.
Apparently.
Ironic, and quite fitting. He like reads through. He like looks through it. I don't wish to make assumptions. He looks over to Red. Was your mother part of this order? He asks for her hand, and traces her fingers across it, and her eyes widen at that. She like tucks her hand away and nods. I see. And by the look on your expression, you have not told them then. I see. It's quite all right. We will not be compromised should we walk out of this alive. But you are right. This is indeed valuable. This is a very good bargaining chip.
All right.
Good.
I don't wish to speak as to why, but I'm certain when we are in less dire circumstances, some can be revealed to you.
To be fair, this circumstance is significantly less dire than Pabsvadri.
Pabsvadri. What?
It's the name of the dragon.
Yeah, he likes to be called by name. You might want to commit that one to memory just in case.
Also, he told me that if we try to go back through there, say if we need to leave, that we'll have to offer him more for another passage through.
Point number 2, I do know a second way out.
Risk kind of just like looks down at himself. That's rather egotistical for him to call himself that.
Is it a
Any
name you
particular
know?
reason?
Water eruption.
It seemed more electric to me.
I mean,
Mr. Castor had a water eruption.
Now, see, why couldn't you have told that joke? That probably would have gone over well.
Oh, we didn't know the name.
the one I told was lame, and he wanted the whole book.
Yeah, if anything, that joke worked too well.
If no one caught on to that, Red said.
What's his name?
I did. In desperation, I asked if he wanted knowledge, and he didn't know anything about this land.
If I had had something knowledgeable to hand him, I would have followed your example, but best I could offer was some pretty gems and a ring.
Also, were none of you aware his odd speech pattern?
I assumed it was something like a growth spurt. He, we assumed he's an adolescent. I figured that was just part of, dragon puberty. His
Yeah, I
voice
mean, that's
changing.
why I offered him the reptile Spanish fly.
Risk kind of just looks to you all. Yes, by the look of his scales, he most likely was one who just recently left his clutch.
Yeah, so he's probably a young kid trying to look tough, and, by dragon standards, I'm sure he's like a bit of a runt or a kid, but, to the rest of us, that didn't really,
Barabbas, chuckles to himself. Oh, trust me, the Leisure Mane has much more.
Much more dragons?
In a way, yes.
Well, that's scary.
I mean, we have one, I guess.
Yeah.
You own a dragon.
Own is a strong word, but I guess we feed him and he stays on our ship.
How do you conceal a giant worm?
Oh, no. He's small.
This is a fairy
Small.
dragon. Itty bitty. It's like a cat.
The size of a dog. Small dog.
Were you was it on the ship at the same time as Barabbas? Would they have
I mean,
seen
we
each
were
other?
there.
was
and
hiding.
He was just
Okay.
chilling out. I poured honey in his bowl and then he just...
Oh my lord, I thought that was just a pseudo dragon.
Nope. Fairy dragon.
I'll keep that in mind as we go forward. Let us continue. I'm sure that's a bridge you all can cross when you get to it. That's not something we should worry on this specific point.
It's a sweet boy. All right, we'll move on.
Barabbas reaches his pack around him, and he holds the pack out for you to put the suit in. Oh, worry not. It's a bag of holding.
Oh no, I trust you. I'm curious what this is. Like, I don't care to know about the order if you don't want to provide information, but I am curious about what exactly I have acquired here.
Gonna roll a knowledge check for him. All right. I wouldn't know, per se, who... I've heard stories of this through our order. There are many of us who have never actually met each other in person. However, based on the description I felt in the back, on the inside of his the inside of this metal, I fear as though this is something that can ripple vortexes into water itself.
So,
Whirlpools.
wow.
The word on the back of this, he like reaches in behind it and reads it again. Yes. If I'm reading this correctly from memory, he's holding the torch, so he can't
Gotcha.
like really look into it that deep in. Fuck, I just had the word and I lost it. I apologize.
It's all right.
Let me look at the notes. Sorry.
See, I gathered lore stuff.
A little red mite. Hurricane caller.
Hurricane caller.
Is it collar like it's calling or like collar?
Calling.
Now,
Okay.
when I'm carrying this, does this feel like a suit of heavy armor?
It
or-
feels like plate mail.
Ah, damn. Okay. I mean, I can't wear any armor, so unless it felt like a robe or something, I couldn't wear it.
So, based on what Caster has told you, you essentially are now wearing a plate mail that creates...
I'm not wearing it.
Well, if the wearer who has it on, just based on what he just told you, the basic idea of this thing is that whoever wears it has plate mail, but also can summon, like, hurricane-like typhoons in water.
That is a powerful item, although
Impressive
swimming in. I'm guessing it allows for swimming, but
Who
would
else
have
knows?
to.
Who else knows after that? Like that's the only thing he knows from lore,
All right.
based on his role.
Well, that's all I need. Either way, that's probably worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's value in that in some regard if it has some history to it.
On the plus side, it's also, it's upper torso clothing.
I'm not one to wear rusted old plate.
It's not.
It will be
rusted.
refurbished when we reach the surface.
All right.
So you're saying this is not of value in your estimation?
Of course it's of value. We almost got killed by a dragon for it.
Just didn't sound that way when you were talking about rusted old plate. Sounded like you were saying not worth very much.
Roll persuasion. Or, so, let me ask, are you trying to make this out like it's you're trying to...
This isn't the real
If
treasure.
we can convince him that everything we find is trash.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to play both ends. If it's something that he doesn't think is great, then it can be part of our 10%. If it's something that he thinks is awesome, then it should count really heavily against his 90%.
Well, at this point, he's feeling like the entire situation you guys just went through, this is pretty much the 90% at
this
this
will be
point.
the haul.
This is
I'm
the
good. We can go.
yeah. This is pretty
I'm
much
satisfied.
this is pretty much the 90% at this point. But he's still not satisfied with the fact that you can't go back at this
Yeah.
point.
Gotcha.
Only way out is through.
Well, in any case, that one.
This will be mine unless we find something of better value.
I guess I can't argue that. That's the contract we signed.
It is the deal.
Yep. So now with that, Red is composing herself finally. They're still in a fucking tight cornered space, being angry and also claustrophobic. This is not a good mix. Can we please move?
Yeah, that sounds good. What order shall we proceed?
That's up for you guys to
Do we
decide.
want to go the same order we were going with Barabbas taking the lead, me holding up the rear?
That makes sense to me.
All right.
We
so
set it up that way for a reason. And
Barabbas.
Castor was refusing to stay away from.
And you were
Barabbas.
behind Barabbas because you have, like, you're scout-ish, and you have dark sight. Risk, yeah. That makes sense. That's a good order.
That works.
Alrighty. So you guys can move yourselves on ahead. Push the paper away a little bit, not reveal the whole thing. Yep, right there. Barabbas leads you guys, and when the fire hits the wall, it goes from a cavernous, like, claw mark. You're watching as all the claw marks around the wall are still there. But finally, you reach cobblestone on the floor.
Okay.
Like, it looks like a piece of what looks like a fortification was torn at. As stone is now giving way to a larger opening, and it looks like a tunnel that leads up. You feel fresh air breeze in through this way.
The dragon mentioned lizard people. I wonder if they're responsible for this cobblestone.
These are not lizard folk. As I said before, these might be trogs, says Risf. Troglodytes are, in a way, lizard folk, but they are far more feral. Think Onslow, but with no manner of communication.
I also call up. Also remember, a bunch of cities sunk into the ocean. This might be ancient.
This doesn't make sense, though. Like, Risf is now going to roll a survival check. It doesn't make sense. Trogs wouldn't make nests this close to the surface. And all of this entire, like, section, it looks like it's built by something, but then it just stops looking like it has any cohesion. Like, it's all mashed together in some weird way, and they tried to make something new out of it.
Well, maybe they took the pieces of this sunken kingdom and tried to stack them on top of each other.
I wish I had more chance to talk to that cow man about all this. He'd probably know.
Eloy, roll me a perception check.
All right. 13.
So, based on, like, all the druidic ways, you at least had to have seen, like, the anatomy of your own people, yes?
Yeah.
So not only are you seeing, like, all this rubble alongside of it, but then you also see that what looks like the torso, like, connection piece from the horse part to the human part of a centaur. A much larger and broader one, but it's, like, melded into the stone.
Like a fossil?
Kind of. It's more like a Star Trek warp accident.
Wow.
All right. Okay, that's weird.
What?
These bones are inside the wall? Or is the wall or the floor?
It's kind of like it's the cavern. Like it's like it looks like you see like the you see like pretty much this half of the body like melded going up from the floor and into the wall.
I don't think bones are supposed to do that.
I'm going to investigate it. See if I can see if there was like any like impact or like was this just poor guy just crushed in here or
Go
something.
for it.
12.
12. Piece of it looks like it was destroyed by crushing rock, but then another half of it looks like it's actually just melded in. Like, if you chipped away at the outside, like pushing the dirt away, you're actually watching as the dirt kind of like pushes to the side, and his body like comfortably just slipped into the earth.
Okay.
Except going like down where the torso is, that's been crushed.
Can I roll a medicine to try and see if I can tell if it was killed by the crushing or if the crushing happened after it was dead?
Go for it. That's going to be with a disadvantage, though.
Oh, that's 8.
8. This is such an anomaly to you. At this point, you're kind of sitting there going, you're trying to piece this together and try to make some kind of sense out of it. But really, your best guess at this point is to think that this guy died to a crushing, like, something crushed him whatever this melding into the floor or melding into the wall, this seemed like afterwards.
It looks like it didn't die from whatever made it go into the rock. It looks like it died first. I don't know if that matters.
Speaking of dying, I think Red's really freaking out back here. Like, can we move forward? I feel fresh air.
Red's kind of just like,
I mean, we also got a lot of zippy zaps. Yeah, I would like to scout ahead until we can find some place to take 5 for a second that seems safe.
I can agree with
appreciate
that. All right, so let's move us down. Are these stairs here?
Barabbas like moves out of the way for you all to see. Oh no, you don't want to go that way.
Okay.
You want to go forward.
Okay.
Oh.
You don't want to go down that road.
You stop right there. Get everyone inside, and then you can remove that paper.
There you go. Go ahead and remove that paper. We're here.
This one here?
Yep.
Okay.
And let me go ahead and move one more thing.
Yeah, I was nervous about revealing too much. Didn't want to.
No, that's fine, because you're actually in the space now.
All right, we're in
You
the
have-
space.
So, as the light gains purchase into this room, Barabbas actually finds that there are still what looks like, oh my god, I'm going to say this wrong and I'm going to hate myself for it because it's too close to saying brazzers. What are those things?
Braziers.
Braziers, thank you. Sorry.
Brazil.
Braziers, there are braziers on the wall. Barabbas kind of like puts
It's
his...
like the ladies section in a Sears in here.
He puts his talons to the torch part of it.
Braziers. There
Yeah,
we go.
braziers.
Braziers.
There we go. Sorry.
There's still
Braziers
oil.
is bra.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, he like puts his talons in there and starts rubbing them together. There's still active oil on here. He puts the light to it, and the wall lights up, and on the wall, written in dried blood, the lesser ones know. Written in Sliven,
Sliven?
the Elvish language that you two understand.
Ah.
So it's not Elven?
That's the general idea
That's
of
the
Elvish.
name of it.
Oh, okay. Then I do understand it. I speak Elf.
Oh, okay.
Well.
Well, that seems cryptic.
Huh.
The light also starts to ebb out more. There is now parchment of moldy paper all around this place, and cells, broken pieces of furniture that look like once tables, alchemy like glasses and whatnot. There are bounds of like books of tattered hard-covered books. Most of this is all written in Elvish. There is almost nothing in here that looks like it's written in common. There are cells with other centaur bodies hidden behind them, like skeletons at this point.
Is there another visible exit to this room?
Yes, there's a staircase that, all the way on the opposite end of the room, you'd have to take a staircase that spirals up along the wall.
Okay. So it's just that stairway there that's the way out. Gotcha.
Yeah, you'd have to exit out through there and go up the staircase.
Okay.
All right. I think we should canvass this place, make sure there's no traps or surprises, and then just take 5. Just lick our wounds for a second.
I'm fine
I'm
with
not
that.
doing great.
I'm going to roll investigate.
As am I.
Yeah.
4.
13.
Also 4.
Let me roll for everyone else.
Been having some low rolls tonight.
That's my first bad one. This dice has been very kind to me tonight.
All right, everyone else is kind of like all like tethered and whatnot. Barabbas and Riss taking no damage from this entire experience. They are the ones who are going to take a little bit more time looking around and trying to piece together what's going on. Apart from not going up the stairs, it looks like the doorways to the cells are easy to just rip open, and they look like they have what used to be bed springs or like something that looked like it was bedding. So it is possible to make camp here in some regard. But as of right now, like I said, like the whole middle part of it looks like it was tables and experimental tables. Around there are actually more of these centaur bodies, the skeletons at least. So there's a bunch of skeletons all around you, but they all seem to be congregated in the middle here. Some of them kind of lead towards the tunnel that you came from, but for the most part, most of the bodies are in the cells or in the middle. However, everyone roll me one more medicine check.
Medicine.
10.
Nat 20.
Hey.
Yours is going to be better than mine, but 17.
You take a gander at one of the experimentation tables. There are bits and pieces here that, although most of these things here look like they were made of centaur, you actually see a real horse skull that looks like it was sawed in the front of the where the frontal lobe would be. That was sawed off.
Were they trying to make centaurs here? Is this... Anyone heard of any practice like that?
I don't know. It looks like they're making a really elaborate skull cup.
That sounds like a real good way to get yourself a dead horse trying to make a centaur that way.
I agree.
I mean,
The-
that
the-
one's probably
From what you were looking at, all of the bodies of the centaurs, they don't look like they were crafted together. This looks like their skeletal forms are all natural. These are just centaurs.
I'm gonna take a look at the skull and basically see, do I remember any rituals or some sort of would there have been a medical use for what they did?
These boys look like they got made the way equine centaurs always are, a broken condom at a party.
I got an 8 on a history roll just to see if I would have any idea.
no shit!
All right. Wake, just seeing the hole in the skull reminds him of the smuggling cadaver and reminds him that the way that Victor used to try to make his abominations was by placing, various cells into orifices of creatures.
Right.
And I want to see if he can put 2 and 2 together and see if he's on the right track here with an intelligence
That would be.
check.
Did you want to investigate a certain piece of the creature?
Yeah, I'll be looking at
That-
the whole of the skull.
I would say medical.
Okay. Nat 20.
All right.
All right, so you having the most experience with looking at cadavers and finding most of the pieces in there,
Apparently.
apparently, skeletons don't exist. I mean, this is all fucking. This is all bunk. This is all fake.
Skeletons exist. Just the undead part of them.
Well, you
They're
know
not
that
animated.
most of the undead were made from all the abyssal nonsense that happened on
exactly.
Jahal
And those
Cove.
aren't really undead.
So, none of that is apparent here. This looks like it was expertly, surgically removed. A good piece of the skull has been removed with proper tools. You're looking at the tables. There's knives and shit. None of this shit looks like it's rusted with time, but it looked like it was kept in somewhat good care and organized.
An expert did this.
Well, it looks like they knew what they were doing here, but I have no idea what they were doing.
Would I have a concept of a lobotomy?
Basically, I tell them, it has nothing to do with, I go down my train of thought. I said, well, it doesn't look like they were doing what Victor was doing at the very least.
Most seafaring modern medicine outside of magic would be is just cut it off and put a prosthetic on it.
Okay, so
So maybe they were making a unicorn.
Caster looks to you. That's absurd. Unicorns do not exist. We should know. There are texts about them dying eons ago.
with a 11 in history, with the concept of it being a unicorn, would they not have made a unicorn? But could this perhaps with where the hole is that where a horn could have gone, and
Your best guesstimation? Caster's right. Unicorns don't fucking exist. This is just a fairy's tale.
this is a real old place. If they all died out eons ago.
But especially with the Fae, it could be a possibility. It just
there's
seems
Elven
highly
language
unlikely.
here, and
All right, well, I'm going to suggest while we're looking through all of this stuff, we try to make some sort of encampment here.
Alrighty.
Like rearrange some of the tables to try to fortify this area in case something wants to scramble down the stairs at us, something like that.
Are we taking a long or a short rest?
I'm sure some of us would appreciate a long rest, but I know if we take a long rest,
Long rest equates to 8 hours.
Yeah, I think a short rest should be fine. We
If,
can,
Yeah.
if you're going to do a short... Here's the problem. If you're going to do a short rest, you don't gain magic back unless you have a feat for it.
I haven't used much magic.
Red
just the
used
one.
all of her magic.
Yeah, Red's burned hers out. We might need a long rest. I mean, she'll get her water breathing back, and we still have your water breathing scroll. And
If you want to get all the magic back, Red can get some of it back,
Yeah,
but
Wake's-
not a lot.
Yeah, Wake's basically going to say, look, you guys kind of took the brunt of what happened in there, and I am sorry that I did what I did. I meant well with it.
I understand
I
your
felt-
thought process.
I still feel bad that I left you in there like that. I was kind of hoping that I'd gotten away scot-free, and I didn't. And I'll take watch. I'll take all the watch.
You will take exhaustion if you do that.
That's disadvantage on what?
Disadvantage on most skill rolls. All skill rolls, actually.
I will take watch up until somebody is ready to wake up. I will take a short
Barabbas
rest.
and Riss will also take watch, considering that.
Oh, they got
Yeah.
out scot-free. But
Yeah.
everybody that dealt with the dragon, unlike me,
Yeah.
take a full rest. I'll take a short
Yeah,
rest.
Barabbas and Riss. Riss has dark vision and he's sneaky, so he can probably scout ahead a little bit. Barabbas, he was hired to do this. He's
Yeah.
ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just take a short rest then.
All right, so roll me 2 hit die.
I healed up with that greater healing potion.
Oh, okay. So everyone, for the most part, get your HP back up.
Yep. And you do get an
Reminds me
extra
I need to-
1d6 for my bard ability.
Here you go.
Oh, I got it.
Hello, friends. We're doing math here.
Do you want me to roll a perception check for my watch?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's plus 3. 14.
14. You take the first watch. Nothing seems to have happened. You're just getting this same sensation of artificial air coming up from the stairs that kind of blow down to the basement. Beyond that, like, everything's just all quiet, and you hear the crackling of the fire.
Yeah, playing with the horse head.
The simple ways that pirates entertain themselves.
I'm sitting there for like 5 hours on my, or like 3 or 4 hours on my own, just like.
I know we're resting, but would I have had any time to, like, you said there were, like, papers and stuff strewn about written in Elven?
There are, yes.
Is any of it legible? Could I have read any of it?
That would be another investigation check.
I'll make one of those since I'm awake. 13.
You're not awake at this point, so
Oh, okay.
you
Well,
can't roll.
hey, doesn't work.
13.
Yeah. Flip.
A lot of these pages are moldy. Every time you try to like flip one, they kind of break away. However,
Gross.
you do see a scroll slip out of one of the books you're reading. Ooh. You pick it up and read it. It's a scroll of remove curse.
So been useful on that island.
Yep, you now pocket a scroll of remove curse. You just keep seeing more, like the only stuff that you're able to see that actually is legible is all accounts of the lesser ones. You don't know what the lesser ones are, but it just keeps appearing. It's the most common word in all of these. A lot of these books look like medical ledgers, and a lot of them look like they're trying to do something with these lesser ones to at least be able to achieve a goal.
Can I try to defer that by lesser ones they mean actual horses?
Roll intelligence check.
14.
14. For all you know, you're thinking that the lesser ones might mean something like Eloy was.
Might mean something like Eloy, might mean something like the troglodytes, might mean anything.
There are no, based on what you have read, there are no accounts of troglodytes in any of the books you've read so far.
So they just mean lesser centaurs, maybe?
Who knows?
Lesser beings.
Yep. Your watch
was
has
some
ended.
divide.
Who are you going to wake up?
I'll jab Barabbas.
Barabbas wakes up for his round, so you go ahead and get your
Short rest.
short rest back. Let me roll for him. Barabbas does not account for anything. He then...
All on us.
Yep, he then awakens Riss. Riss will take watch. Riss falls asleep in between his rounds.
No, no.
Eh.
Everyone wakes up.
I get up out of my meditative sit. what's around us.
Riss is gone. Give me that. Thank you.
Not quite.
I start shaking everybody else awake. Riss! Riss! Oh, that's not good.
I look in the pathway behind us just to like peek through there. Riss, you back here?
Riss!
Would he have gone back to the dragon? I mean,
No, he's terrified of that.
yeah. If it was, I can't think why he would leave willingly, but if something took him, I can't think why it wouldn't have taken us too.
I head over to where he was watching.
I mean, he is
His
the
belongings
smallest.
are there. His person is gone.
I'm going to investigate and see if I can find any sort of tracks or anything. Is that
Yeah.
what investigate would be the right one?
Ditto.
Yeah.
12.
4. Natural wonders.
Where he was, like, his materials kind of looked like they just fell off.
I look up.
Nothing's there. It's just
Okay.
the ceiling.
I was thinking something, just scoop him up and pull him.
You kind of like search around the area. It is cold where he was standing.
So he hasn't been here for a while?
He hasn't been there for a while, but like just
Like
near,
unnaturally cold?
it's unnaturally cold.
Oh.
Red, you have any, like, what makes things cold and snatches people? Any? I'll see if I know either.
She knows.
I don't know shit. Not a natural 1, but a 2. Natural tutors.
This isn't my expertise. I don't know much. The only thing I know about anything undead would mostly be vampires, ghouls, and the such. But this does feel like a case of the supernatural.
Yeah. All right.
This uneasing cold. It feels like something that was not finished with this plane of existence was around here.
Are any of the bones missing?
No.
Okay. Well, wherever he is, he's not in this room, which leads either back towards the dragon, which I'm doubting, or I look up. It's a stairway up,
It's
right?
a stairway that spirals up.
Do I detect any sort of coldness like going up the stairs? Like, did it leave any sort of trail?
You
of
walk towards the
cold?
stairs. Oh my god, is it cold?
Guys, I think I think up the stairs might be where we need to go if we're on a cold trail here.
Sounds good to me. I warm up.
There's Caster.
Projects warm.
I know. But he's got no shirt.
He's got pointy nipples now.
Rock hard diamond nipples.
Just little fires over him. It's like little candles sticking out of his pecs.
It's so cold.
I'm thinking you guys might want to go last because we don't want you heating up the trail.
That's fair. I was gonna take up the rear anyway.
Yeah, Barabbas takes the front. But before he does, you all hear a small moan.
Can I detect what direction it was from?
Now do
Roll
it. I want to know
perception.
what this moan here is like.
Okay.
Oh,
Nat
it's a
20.
sad moan.
That 20.
Yep.
Oh, same.
I got an 18 on the
That's
die.
coming from upstairs.
That sounds like where we need to go.
Start heading that way, and I go fast.
All right. But Barabbas is front. You're second. Other way.
No, that's the right way.
Really?
Going
It
up,
goes
right?
up. Oh, okay. I
This
see.
is where it starts.
I see. The entrance is down here. I thought
Yeah.
there was like some weird path. Never mind.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I figured
It's-
it was,
it's
I figured
hard-
this
it's
was
hard
going
to-
up because this was getting bigger, so closer
Yeah,
to
it's hard
us.
to visually show.
Staircase.
Yeah.
Perspective.
Actually,
Red be further up front. Would she know more?
Yeah, she should be just behind Eloy, probably. Or actually, no, probably just behind you.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And I'll take up the rear in case we get ambushed somehow.
So we're heading up in this
All
formation.
right, so Barabbas is up front, yes?
Yes. We work our way up the stairs. Anything stop us on our way up?
As he's holding the light, and he's like putting up all the rest of the torches up as they go up the stairs. There are small little gargoyles that kind of like poke out They look like little centurion centaurs, actually just like sitting there with shields and spears, kind of like jutting out of the wall.
Sorry, guys, just real quick. By chance, do you speak with a delightful Cockney accent as well?
Roll dexterity save.
Ooh. Well, that's a 9.
Hits you with the spear.
So no, don't talk to them.
They all wake up on the wall. Roll initiative.
Oh, great. And we're fighting on the stairs.
Yep.
7.
22.
16.
Let me roll damage real quick. Oh, God. Eloy, my buddy, my dude, you're taking 12 points of piercing damage.
Yikes.
All right, so let me get my notes up real quick. There's a pencil. All right, so initiative list, go. Sorry.
22.
16.
7.
All right, Barabbas. I'm gonna count Castor out of the fight since he's not. Yeah.
He just he just fled.
Are we just like fighting?
I'll just
these
be back here stoking my nipples.
Just takes little firebrands.
That's how I feel alive.
All right.
If you want anything, just take it from them. I have nothing of value.
Their version of a nipple clamp is just ice cubes.
Oh, it sizzles.
So they're all just like immediately in front of us.
They're all along the side of the wall. Hold on, I'll explain this.
Oh no! This seems like a rough position for us to fight from. They have the high ground.
Do they all get a surprise round on us or just the one?
Just the one.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Rare single sneeze.
Let's see. Well, let me roll their initiative and see if that goes that way. Because all it took was someone interacting with them to wake them up.
Thanks, Eloy.
They're just some sort of guardian device, really.
The last one was so helpful, though. He murdered that Wendigo boy for us.
We murdered the Wendigo. He just brought us to him.
Yeah, he didn't even go in there.
Yeah, that's true. No, he did also make sure we could get out, which was nice.
Now he did murder a lot of his like zombie deer people.
That's
like he
true.
killed a lot of them.
Yeah. All right, so we are up the initiative list. Barabbas, 22 was you. 16 was
Me.
you. 7 was Ben.
Yep.
And this is going to be... It's going to be red. Okay. So, all the other ones that weren't interacted with by Eloy, all of them, like, start to, like, crack and take form, and you watch as, like, their faces contort as they, like, let out an ethereal moan.
Is it the same moan I heard previously?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
You hear the moans come from the gargoyle statues. They are not getting out of the wall. They are stuck in the wall. But they have spears long enough that, should they decide to, they could probably just like whack you and with enough strength push you off the staircase.
Okay, so they have, and I'm guessing they have reach.
Yep.
Okay.
They reach the entire staircase.
I just
Within 10 feet of them.
starting to
3,
think
a
I
30.
understand what some of the.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are
You
big
you
sticks.
watch as the spear jets up, hits down, hits you in your leg, and it actually like pulls down into the earth. So now you are like stuck inside the earth.
Oh, you are
leg.
pinned?
He is pinned into the earth by
gonna
the
set you
by
like
the,
this
by the
To
yeah.
denote that.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's standing while he's pinned.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but
but-
I'm just denoting it with
Yeah.
that.
Gotcha.
That's fun.
So we are now up the first list. Barabbas is first. He's in the front. He's right there. He's gonna look at the boy right next to him.
Good that he has a hammer.
Yep, taking that hammer.
I'll put the hammer down.
with a mighty swing.
He misses.
No, it hits. And because it's doing bludgeoning damage. Damn. He just did 17 points of damage.
Thwack.
And you watch as there is a meaty and chunky thwack that you watch the entire side of the face of the creature fall off and show a ghost-like pattern underneath it. Yeah. Oh!
Crazy how magic do that.
I have a feeling this is something to do with the experiments we
Lesser ones!
How dare they?
Are we the lesser ones?
All right. Let's see.
These are elf people. I'm at least half, not lesser, right?
All right, you're up.
All right, with my quarterstaff, I swing for its face with a 23 to hit. Oh, 24. It's a +1 weapon.
The boy right next to you.
Yeah, the one
Okay.
in front of me.
24 to hit. That absolutely hits.
All right,
Thwack.
24 to hit. That is 3 bludgeoning magical damage. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I forgot to add my dex. 8 bludgeoning magical damage.
That has been bumped up to 12.
Damn. All right, then I'll take a kick at it because I get a bonus unarmed attack with a 21 to hit.
That hits.
8 just plain bludgeoning.
Yes.
And my second quarterstaff swing. Keep having trouble seeing 11s and 17s. That is a +5. Oh, wait, do we add proficiency to attacks? I can't remember.
Not to attack.
Okay, not to attack rolls. I keep forgetting
Not
that.
to attack rolls. It's to hit.
Okay. Oh, to hit. Then yes. Okay, then that is a...
Yeah, not to damage rolls.
that
I
is a
apologize.
modified 20 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That is an additional 10 magical bludgeoning.
Oh, okay. I got that marked down. Very well.
Crack.
Next,
Kick.
Grant, you're
I'll
up.
do it. Kung Fu
Bludgeoning
action
is
wake.
Not exactly something I've got.
So this thing's still alive in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still there. You take a swing at him. You break a good piece of his hand off, and the stone shaves to show an ethereal form behind it.
So it's times like this I'm glad I have a magical silver bludgeoning weapon.
Yeah, no, that's helpful.
Do you have anything silver?
No. Other than money.
Take it, please.
Take my money!
Throw it at the ghostly side of him. All right, with...
Wait, don't you have a magical dagger?
I traded it for a rapier. I left the dagger on the ship to bring along a rapier for more general damage.
Right.
So all right, this can I since I'm here.
I'm gonna say that you could strike either or, because they're basically all along
Yeah,
the
there's
wall.
the one
both
next to
these.
Barabbas and the one that's
Well, see,
in front of red.
I actually want to see, could I get a shot at either of these two from where I'm at?
They are not attacking. They just appeared out from the floor, and they're just standing there with shields.
Okay.
So
They're blocking us.
They don't have weapons. They're pretty much there to block you.
Right. But see, the only way I'm looking at seeing to do damage is these explosive bolts, and I don't want to do that near us.
Right.
Castor might not take all that fire damage.
I mean, he fled down the stairs.
Oh, he's still next to one.
And he's like,
I'm gonna, and like I said, for the sake of argument, he's not in combat, but he is still there.
Yeah,
Present.
he has initiative, but his initiative is fleeing.
okay.
I'm gonna mark him down as an NPC. I'm gonna say NPCs don't have advantage on initiative and shit like that. So
Gotcha.
he's going dead last.
All right, well, even though I don't really have bludgeoning damage, I guess I can just try to attack with the rapier and see if it does anything. Tink. It just might bounce off.
All right, so you're attacking the one that Barabbas hit.
Yes.
Okay,
I'll try
roll
to
the hit.
see if I get anything extra with it. That is, it's been a while since we've done combat. So it's my dexterity mod plus...
Dex mod plus proficiency bonus.
Dex mod
Okay,
plus
okay.
proficiency, yeah.
Okay, so 21.
That absolutely hits.
All right. D8.
Yeah, it really has been a long while since we've been in combat.
Yeah.
Isn't it alien?
It feels that way. It's like Wake hasn't hit anything in so long.
4.
4, you say.
Finally, back
All right,
where I
well-
thrive.
You slice at it, you watch as metal sparks. You deal your damage,
But nothing else.
but you watch as it recoils a little bit at the fact that you swung at it.
Did you roll a 4?
Yes.
You add your dex to that.
Oh, I do? Okay,
Yeah.
then 7.
7? Yeah. So it reacts to the fact that you hit it, so it's not like you didn't do anything, but you didn't break off a chunk like everyone else
Yeah,
has.
I'm not causing any serious damage, but it is still...
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, because a rapier's a finesse weapon,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And now it's his turn. Lesser one!
Me? I'm part elf.
Couldn't be.
What is your AC?
15.
Just beat it.
All right, well, whatever he does, I'm going to uncanny dodge it as a reaction.
Very well. All right, so he takes a hit at you, which
Actually-
is not what?
I'll cutting words him. I'll use my
Oh.
reaction to subtract 1d6 from his attack roll.
Hot diggity daffodil.
Hey, dummy! -2 to his attack roll. Does that make it a miss?
It does actually.
Hey!
I'm just imagining Eloy sitting there with his like legs speared to the ground. Ah! You idiot! Ah!
Look how much better this guy is at this!
What? True lesser one! Everyone, the entire fucking walls below you and above you all scream that in random increments. This entire tower is screaming at you.
I think we found some people who are racist to asinine
Racist at
centaurs.
Eloy.
Seems like it's finally come around to bite him, his feeling of other centaurs.
Oh boy. Oh, Wake's just like, including the one from Wake. Just doing the invasion of the body snatchers. I'm right here.
All right, you hear all of them scream that, but amongst that, you also hear from above you. Everyone roll a perception check real quick. Amongst the screaming, like, agonies and woes of, like, ethereal men strapped to the walls.
Before I give my roll, I'm just imagining that it's a wrist, just like, lesser one.
Yeah, woo, lesser one.
You said perception, right?
Yeah.
22.
23.
19.
You hear this blood-curdling scream. Like, the very thought of you being able to hear this makes your entire body freeze and flinch. Time has stopped for like 2 seconds for you to actually absorb all of this. It came from upstairs. Whatever this thing was, hearing all the wails and screams of it, it's not making the same noise as any of these creatures. It just sounds like... It sounds like someone damned has literally just taken notice to all of this noise.
We should probably hurry this up and
that
then
seemed-
figure out what that is, because that's probably what got risked.
That seemed real bad.
All right. We are up to... Boy who hit you. I didn't even actually do his damage yet.
Oh, that's because he just missed because of the...
Oh, that's
cutting
right.
words.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay. So now we're up to we're up to Red.
Okay.
Red looks at the one who has Eloy pinned into the earth. She casts Mage Weapon on you.
Ooh.
Your weapons are now +1 to hit, and all of your attacks do +1 damage and are considered magical.
Hey. Are we finally going to see Eloy swing a weapon?
I think we might.
She pretty much did this as a reactionary thing where it's just like, okay, well, now they all just fucking aggroed on you, so it might be best to get you bulked up a little bit.
Quite possibly.
That is her spell, and for one more thing, she is actually going to reach into her pouch pop out a potion. You watch as an ethereal, like what looks like a firefox, like almost appear above her.
Just going into sage mode.
It goes into it creates this form around her and then dissipates, and there is now like a sort of like cloak of fire that is enveloped around her hands all the way to her back and flows down. She pretty much just drank Fox's cunning in bottle form. More intelligence for her.
Hey.
I believe.
Red, the cunning fox.
Yep, something like that. I forget which one it is. I think it's I'll look at my notes. It's either wisdom or intelligence. She pretty much just buffed herself.
Cool.
Next is boy who's attacking you.
Oh boy.
Well, he's already got him pinned.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's got him pinned.
It's probably not a good thing.
Holds up his shield.
What you doing with that?
Oh.
All right, so take a -2 because you're kind of pinned.
Yeah.
So what's your AC?
13.
Nice meaty clong to the head, just as the shield slaps you across the face. You're so distraught by this, the pushback actually, like he lifts it to actually hit you with the shield. He had to lift his hand up too, so you're now free from it, but you got pushed over the side.
Can I make a reaction to try to grab him? Or
Well,
no?
I was gonna allow him a chance
Oh,
to
okay.
do something as well. I'm going to allow you a chance to roll an athletics check to hold on to the side,
All right.
and I'm gonna roll the damage.
Well, that's a good athletics check. That's 22.
Ah.
You grab on with no problem. Like you grab the wall, but you're feeling that entire shield just like you felt that entire impact. There's now a giant black and blue across your face for 7 points of damage.
All right, so he's still up.
Still up.
He's still up.
Not feeling
Okay.
great, but still.
Well, no, I mean still.
Oh,
on
still.
the stairs, or is he like
Or
clinging
am
to
I
the
just
side?
dangling?
He's dangling right now.
Okay.
Technically, that's a safer place for him to be.
I don't know. These
Oh,
guys
wait,
have
with that
30-foot
spear.
poles.
Yeah, the spear can reach the side.
All right.
They are part of the wall.
Next is next is your turn.
How much of a drop would it be if I let myself
From
go?
where you are now, that is a 25-foot drop.
Okay. More than I would like to take if I can help it. I'm gonna try and scramble back up if I can.
Athletics check. This will take your move.
No, hey, that's fine. Modified 20.
Modified 20, you make it back up.
Okay.
You are now safely on ground.
Guessing something that makes them flee, not great against something that's stuck
Stuck
into
to
the
the
wall.
wall.
How much do I want to burn on this fight? I'm not feeling good.
You do have your magic weapons,
Yeah.
and I can attest they're pretty good.
Yeah.
That's why I spent most of my gold getting my staff +1.
Eloy's not the greatest fighter, but... Hold on. Somebody doesn't know I'm streaming. They got hung up on. Now, if I were to try to cast an area of effect spell, would I be able to make the center of the radius inside the wall so it hits them but not us?
They are literally right next to each other. So if you hit the one that's right next to Red, that's hitting the boys right next to him.
Yeah, but what he's asking is can he make the radius so it's not going to hit red but hit them? Can he put the radius in the wall?
In the wall. I would have to say you'd have to roll an arcane check for that.
Okay, then in that case, I'm not even fucking with magic. I'm whipping out my newly magical short sword,
Yeah.
and
Been waiting
Go
for this
Eloy!
day.
and I'm gonna go after this boy who's going after me.
Show him how to buckle the swash!
21.
That hits.
Hey,
Buckle that swatch.
Easy
Eloy.
peasy, lemon squeezy. This boy's bolted into the wall. It's very hard to miss.
And that'll do 6 piercing damage.
Wait, is your
+1.
Isn't short sword slashing?
It is piercing.
Oh.
It's piercing.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a stabber, not a hacker.
Gotcha.
Yep. But yeah, good. Yeah, that would be +1, so 7.
7 points of damage. You cut off his arm as you watch as the ethereal arm kind of like appear. It's trying to grab at you, but it cannot reach.
Wait, just looks to the side. Nice one, Eloy.
I have not had to use this thing.
Ever.
I don't think literally ever.
So you watch as when his hand like reaches the surface, or it's now in the air. You're watching as part of his body is starting to fade away. It's slowly melting and turning into mist. So it's like now like stub and parts of an arm. The more he's being exposed to air. We are up to. Oh, now it's the other boy.
One fighting red? Or
One
the
right next to red.
Okay.
Gonna shield basher. Fucking roll the 3. That's not happening. You watch as the shield, like, he takes the shield and instead of doing it the smart way and sweeping across, he takes it forward and tries to push forward, and red simply just goes,
Nope.
Not happening.
last boy at the end there.
There's 2 more, because there's the one fighting me, the one fighting Barabbas, or 3 more. There's one me, one Barabbas, and one caster.
Yeah. All right, so then the other one's at the tail end. I forgot about them, sorry.
It's all right.
0. So the one fighting you.
One fighting me?
Yeah.
All right.
The one fighting you, he's going to go for a shield bash as well.
Okay.
At 20.
That'll hit. Typically.
I'm being
no,
legit.
I trust you.
Yeah.
I'm being legit. It's a nat 20. So, yeah, that's a shield bash. Let me roll
Oh,
damage.
yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
for Nice
Well-
one, Eloy. Fuck! Oh my god, my face!
All right, let me roll the damage. Okay. He got you good. There is a spike in the middle of that shield that just hit you.
Oh, my cheek!
So you just like it's not even fully sharpened, so it's blunt, so it's just like an indent.
So he just breaks my nose.
Yeah, he pretty much just broke your nose and pushed you off the side for 13 points of damage.
All right. What's my fall? Or are you letting... Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna
13
let you
points of
roll, but
damage.
with a disadvantage. Athletics.
Sorry, just writing down my health. Athletics disadvantage.
Yep.
All right. Probably not great. Athletics plus 6. That's 14. Is that enough for me to catch?
Oh, thank God. The rock rumbles underneath your one finger.
All right. I use my reaction to slow fall.
You hit the floor with no problem.
Fuck today, man. I make my way back around.
All right,
So,
now the
that'll
one.
be that'll be my turn.
Yep, the one fighting.
Wait, how tall is this wall I'm next to? You said 25 foot at Eloy.
It's still 25 at this point.
Okay, so still approximately 25.
Yeah. Now the one fighting, fighting caster,
Assaulting caster.
assaulting caster. I say, oh!
He's wearing nothing, so.
It's very nice of them to use these shields.
Yeah. Yeah, that hits caster. Let me roll his athletics check. As soon as you slow fall.
You okay? All right.
We're back up the list now. Barabbas will take another swing. You watch as he does like this weird twist with it, with the stem of his warhammer. He kind of he looks like he's about to take it, but then underhands it and swings across. And with this hit, yeah, takes a nice meaty chunk out of the hand that's holding the shield. Let me roll damage. God damn, that's max damage on Barabbas.
Ooh.
No, he hit him. He
Oh,
hit him
max
from
damage. Okay, that's
Yeah,
right.
from Barabbas.
Yeah, from
From
Barabbas.
Barabbas.
From
On
Barabbas.
Barabbas's.
Barabbas, like, just takes the entire side of his hammer, underhands it, and knocks the shield out of his hand. It tumbles down the staircase. And takes the entire front of his chest with it. As you watch, there is now exposed ethereal coming from the chest, which is enough to actually eat it from the inside out, and the statue stops moving.
I assume.
Yep. No, it's done.
All right.
The statue crumbles. And there is a piece of a skeleton merged in the wall where the hole is.
Creepy.
Next is your turn.
All right. I'm guessing Caster's like slowly like pushing himself up.
You're like, oh!
Flavor points. I am going to use Step of the Wind and use him as a springboard to flip back up onto the stairs.
Roll athletics check.
All right. And the jump DC is halved.
And he rolled so low on his thing.
19 plus 6, 25.
You step on the back of his head and crush him into the floor, and you use him as a...
Curb stop!
Yeah.
Oh, Randy Orton out of nowhere!
You are back on the stairs.
Swing around with my quarterstaff at the one that knocked me off. I'm assuming anything above a 20 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a... I'm not going to do the math. Over 20. Quarterstaff hits for 9 plus 1, 10.
Very nice. And that was the one you hit, yes?
Yeah, that's the one that I've been attacking.
Okay. Okay, 10 points damage.
Magical and bludgeoning, BT dubs.
Yeah.
Because I know you've been adding for bludgeoning and maybe magical.
I have.
Okay. Is
Is
this one still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Jesus. I feel like
tough.
I've done more damage than... Okay. Then with my second quarterstaff swing, that's modified 20. 11 on the die. 6 plus 11, 12 points of magical bludgeoning damage on the second one.
That will do it.
Okay.
Yep. You take a nice meaty chunk out of him. You take your staff, you poke a hole in him, and actually push it up that you pop his head off. You watch as a face appears screaming and then disappear. And what looks like what you thought was going to be a skull is an arm crawling out. It like reaches up, curls, and then stops moving, and the statue crumbles.
Huh. Like Scaffy.
Yeah.
You watch as Ezra's hat pops up. Leave me out of this!
It can talk.
No, it can't.
It has sign language. Leave me out of
Yeah,
this.
leave me out of this. Next is Grant's turn.
All right. So I did just think about, I do technically have a hammer and crowbar in my back, but I don't think those are really
Technically an
working.
improvised weapon.
It would be an improvised weapon.
Yeah. Probably better off just swinging my rapier. Rapier, however you say it.
Rapier is right.
All right, so there's the one in front of red who hasn't been attacked yet.
That's right. I have to mark down my key.
I take a swing at him.
Take a nice chunk out of him. Roll for it.
Not great. 11.
He parries with his spear and knocks your sword away.
Ah!
Stop.
No. Cut that out.
All right. That's
Next is the one attacking. Oh wait, Barabbas. He's dead. He's fucking dead. So
Yeah, the one
that's
attacking
out.
Barabbas is dead.
All right, the one that you attacked.
Notice his eye attempted. Please no. Here we go.
Does an 11 hit you?
No.
You dodge.
You can play this game all day.
Whoo! Haha.
Just both swinging and missing.
Yep. Next up is The one that's been taking damage from you.
All right.
You got back up. Picks up spear. Oh, right past your head. It is now Red's turn. Red sees the one taking a swing at you, conjures up a fireball, and chucks it. Its shield blocks it away.
Oh, man, we can't get a hit in.
Nope, no one can get a really good hit on this man. Next is he's dead.
Yeah, the one next to Caster, which I assume has reach on me.
Yeah, he has reach on you. So he's gonna take a shot at you with his spear. Does a 18 hit?
It matches, therefore, I mean, how have we been playing it? I'm pretty sure matching hits.
Match hits.
Okay.
It does not. If I say, "Hey, dummy, you can't hit him," -2 to that roll.
And
it
fuck
misses.
that. It misses.
What? Damn lesser one always talking
Damn it,
bad
lesser
things.
one. This is why you're a lesser one.
So mean.
All right, we are back up the list. Barabbas kind of like walks over to where you're having trouble.
All right.
May I?
Please go ahead.
Thank
I
you.
insist.
Thank you. Uppercut. No, it uses its shield and blocks the hammer. It's a sturdy boy.
Just pat him on the shoulder. You tried.
Stop.
Your turn.
Oh, does Barabbas not get a second hit?
I believe he does. Let me double check.
I was gonna say he's a melee boy. That means like
Yeah.
we all get extra attack at some point.
Yeah, no, you're right. I have been nerfing him with one attack this whole time. I apologize. Take another swing. That hits.
There we go.
That hits.
Barabbas.
Max damage again.
Ooh.
It's like, ha ha, lazy mortal, you ha! Watches the entire upper torso is torn off the wall. Barabbas doesn't even use his hammer, he just goes. Then there's the ghost. What? Dick.
All right. So it's me against the one that just tried to spear me.
Yep.
First of all, I thank Eloy for his mockery.
Thanks, Eloy.
And then 22 to hit.
22 to hit.
Yeah, I gotta
That
remember to
hits.
use my inspiration that way more often. It is really useful to turn hits into misses.
Staff cracks him for 12 points of magic bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And melee attack. That might not hit this time. 8 plus 7, 15.
That matches.
That's a hit. Melee bludgeoning attack of 9 damage.
So you Curly Joe poke him in the eyes with your 2 fingers. Oh! And the head rolls back.
Is it dead?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Nice.
I will use my movement to adjust over here.
All right.
Doing like a nice spinning flourish, and I attempt to crack this one that Eloy's fighting with my staff.
Go for it.
That is a 21.
That will hit.
All right. Plus. God damn it! I should have this memorized, but not plus 6. 10. 10 damage.
10
Magic
damage?
bludgeoning.
Okay. He's still alive.
Crack.
You knock a good chunk of his like stomach off, but it
he's still there.
dematerializes, but the rest of the body's still there. All right. We're back up the list. Oh wait, no, we're at Grant. I apologize.
Are there too many people in the way for you to try and get a crossbow shot at this guy?
You are.
You'd be firing into melee.
You could still fire into melee. Actually, no. You probably would have to ask Red to step out of the way,
All right, well.
which you can. Like moving into friendly space is not considered negative. Like I could say, do you want to trade spaces with her? That's fine.
Yeah. Red, I'm going to line up a shot. Yoink.
And by that I mean, dodge this.
If you point blank There is actually a rule, though. If you point
Yeah.
blank something in the face, you take disadvantage because it's a ranged weapon.
All right. We'll try for. Well, you know what? Then if I'm that close, then I'm just gonna swing with the rapier instead.
Sorry, I didn't actually. I looked into that. I'm just like, that seems a little weird because like someone point blanking someone with a longbow. That's gonna like have.
That did always bug me in like movies when people would be like holding them like right at point blank. Don't move.
Yeah, because the most that would happen is the torque
a
of it just
crossbow. All
barely
I gotta
hitting
do
you.
is just-
Not so
Yeah.
much of the movement of you actually taking it because it had the momentum to push.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, yeah,
doing
go
it
ahead- go
point
ahead with
blank
your,
is
uh,
kind of stupid.
Rapier.
11.
11 points of damage.
No, 11 to.
Oh, 11 to hit. That misses.
Yeah, thought so.
Stop. Stop it.
Lesser one, stop it. We are now up to Red's turn. She asked if she could take the spot now.
You know what? You're right.
me.
Go ahead.
Never mind. My bad.
Takes out her whip. It holds up its arm and throws her away.
Oh.
Man, this guy is persistent.
Yeah, he is. Lesser ones must fall! Literally, he's gonna look to Red.
I mean,
Doink.
you're the ones that have been falling, technically.
Doink with the shield. It hits.
Wah.
Let me roll damage. That is... Jesus Christ. That is 8 points of damage as the wizard... Or the sorceress, I apologize. The sorceress goes flying down the fucking... Yep, she goes flying down. Let me roll that damage for her.
I have no way to react to try and like grab her when she.
Unfortunately,
Falls?
no.
Okay.
That is... She takes 9 points of damage as her back careens into the floor below. Onto a table where there was a bed of knives.
Jeez.
Through the table! By God! As God is my witness, she is broken in half!
And we are now up to... We're up to Ben.
All right. Take a swing at him.
Eloy, this doesn't mean anything.
that'd be
but
a-
I believe in you.
That'd be a modified 20.
That hits.
All right. And 5 damage.
So you've never killed anything with a weapon before, right?
No.
This is your first. Eloy has officially murdered something.
I thought there'd be more blood, but I guess these aren't real bloody boys.
Yeah, not when they're made of rocks.
As Caster
Yeah.
walks up the
I was
stairs.
gonna say if we didn't see him, I'd just yell back, "Caster, you okay?"
He's walking up the stairs holding his face.
Told you it'd be dangerous.
Did he lose a tooth? Anything?
Roll investigation.
12.
One of his fingers are bent the wrong way.
Do you want me to fix that for you?
No!
Oh.
Okay. Red, how are you?
Ow! You watch as she like gets up and pulls a knife out of her shoulder.
Ooh. That slurp. Why were those down there? That seems like a really bad decision.
Well, they didn't think someone was gonna go fucking get pushed off the edge of the railing.
I mean, we're real clumsy.
I'm gonna down a couple of healing potions and then offer one to her if she wants it.
She'll gladly take it.
All right.
Are the shield boys still there?
Yeah, they're still standing there. They're not attacking. They're just there.
Let's look over. Can, like, we get past our friends up there? Look, all of your other friends are gone! Don't make me hurt you. I don't want to. Actively. Are they making, like, any motions, or are they just statues, like, frozen?
You see them. They're making small motions. Like they're adjusting their hands or like just slowly like tilting their heads slightly like back and forth, but beyond that, they're just standing there with the shields at the ready. They are tower shields. They take up 20 feet tall.
Jeez, these big boys.
Yeah.
These are big statues.
They are blocking a visible door. Like, in between them, you can see, like, a metal gate that opens between the middle of the door.
I hold up
case.
an explosive bolt. Do you think this will do any good?
I mean, it'd be a shame to waste it more than anything.
I agree.
I'm gonna, if you want to position me in front of them. Do they react as I approach?
Oh, yeah!
Okay. As I
They
approach.
both slam down their shields at you.
Boom.
I feel like we got our two muscle boys here with Barabbas and Wake just staring them down.
I mean, I can try something.
All yours, Eloy.
Well, first you gotta roll dexterity.
Oh, dexterity as they're slamming down the shields? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is this a dex save?
Yes,
Okay. That is a 24.
they beat it.
Damn. Good for them.
You walk up to them. Fuck me! Tumble down the stairs.
Oh, tumble, you mean tumble off the edge or tumble
No, down the staircase.
Oh, fuck, bitch, shit. Mother, son of a bitch. God damn it. Fuck.
4 points of damage.
Ow, bitch.
All right, so we got one.
All right, Eloy, all yours.
So we
I
got
say as I tumble past you.
So we got one against the wall and one by the edge of the staircase, is
Yes.
that right? All right, I'm going to try a suggestion on the one that's up against the wall. He gets a, I believe, wisdom saving throw. Yes. Versus...
Do I fall into caster?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh no!
My other hand!
So, he rolled a 14.
Woo! It works!
All right.
He is now under the distinct impression that the gentleman next to him by the edge of the staircase is a lesser one and should be ejected from the premises.
Oh no! Nat 20.
Blows his friend out.
I'm gonna see. Let me roll severity for this real quick.
Is it even possible to shove him off? Let's see.
Holy fuck! I didn't roll a 1. I rolled a 2. That's still fucking atrocious.
Really bad.
Ah!
He just looks at him. Why?
Lesser
We were
one?
friends, Jareth.
I was your best man. I practically raised your kids.
So you watch as the entire section of the staircase is rendered up out of its foundation.
Oh, great.
And thrown to the side.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
The statue breaks on the floor as it hits the ground, and sticking up out of the floor looks like the horse end of a centaur in skeletal form.
Good one, Eloy.
I say getting up.
So now the other one turns to you with its shield at the ready. You told it that his friend was a lesser one.
Yep.
Never said anything about you guys.
Yeah, I can only do one suggestion at a time, unfortunately.
Caster stands up. I've had enough of this nonsense.
You show him.
I did my
Pulls
best
up
to
his
stop
pants,
you from coming.
saunters on over in front of him.
Tump, 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 tump.
Up comes the shield. You halt!
Could have done this the whole time.
By the light of Selima, in the heart of darkness, you will halt your actions, for I Edward Castor of the Royal Grounds tell you to stop! There was a halo around his head that whole time that erupts into flames and his wings sprout.
We all just see that?
I was dusting myself off. What's up?
Caster might actually be helpful. At least in this very specific scenario.
Never had a doubt in my mind.
I know you're a spirit in there, and I exorcise you in the name of the eternal summer. Grabs the face of the statue, and you watch as lava begins to pour out of it, and it melts before him.
Risk would have loved this.
Risk? Oh yeah, he's not there. I forgot.
Yeah, Risv is further up, probably being held by some sort of
Probably
white or something.
being tormented, but also curious as to his captors.
I'm back up, and I'm.
All right, so do you mind if we take like a 5-second break? Like I need to use the restroom before we continue.
Same,
Go ahead.
actually.
All right.
Yeah. We'll be right back after this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the table. So, Castor did something useful.
Yep.
Those things. Oh, we already got rid of them. Good.
That's
Those
You
gargoyles
watch-
are gone.
Yeah, so he pretty much just melted someone in front of you. However, with his rage subsided, you watch as his molten form returns back to the lovable Castor you all know him as. Oh, all right, let's move on.
Can't disagree.
Could you have done that this whole time?
Of course I have, but why would I?
Well,
You
you could
kind of
have.
saved yourself a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you kind of could have saved yourself getting your ass knocked down.
That's why I paid you. Well, I paid Barabbas. You people are here because of a favor owed to me. I would hope you would do your jobs, but it seems that you're not capable of even being able to hold on to your own compatriots.
It's true.
I took care of 2 of them.
My understanding was the favor was bringing you here.
Yes, well, for all we know, the kobold could be dead. Let's move on.
All right, we continue up the stairs.
All right, let me move something.
Moving things. New stairway. New level. Level up. Not literally. Wish we could. Would be great. Especially mid-combat.
Technically, we are moving a level up in floors.
Right here.
In our typical formation. A blob.
And yeah.
So you said we were hearing these things going all the way upstairs, right?
Yes.
So there are... Oh, there's our boy.
Hey.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, dear.
There's something big. Another dragon.
No, I would have been putting far more other things in here.
All right, so we gel up and glob onto this next floor.
Yep. So you enter it's a staircase and then there's an opening that leads up. The staircase just continues to go upwards, but right
Right.
now you're on another floor. You peer inside and there is what looks like a floating giant hugely dark and eradicatedly eradicatedly. It's a giant cloaked object that it doesn't have a face, though however you can see an open jaw kind of dangling and letting out moans. It almost looks like the back of it is folded up, even though there's nothing underneath it, it's kind of floating. Behind it, it looks like the cloak creases and goes across something, almost like a centaur.
What the hell is that?
It
Wake
is
says.
It is currently hovering over Risp, and you watch as Risp, glazed eyes, not eyes look like they're rolled in the back of his head. His coloration is going from tan to just straight up white.
All right, no
As-
time to fuck with this.
As his bot, let me at least explain.
Okay, sorry.
As you are now watching him as he's muttering prayers left and right of every god he can, as what looks like an ethereal version of himself is trying to be ripped out while this thing's holding its hand over him.
Okay, just gonna float out there. Is this above us or are we at that level now?
You're at that level.
Okay. No time to fuck around. Wake's gonna jump in there and fucking stab this thing with his silver magical spear.
All right, roll to hit.
All right. Jumping over.
The one. Yep.
Like
Roll athletics check because you are jumping over a table.
Yeah, no problem. Athletics check first. 19. To jump over a table.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine.
All right.
You actually get on top of the table and use it to jump off of.
Yeah, I'm doing like the Spartan. Choo 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 20.
The train.
Yeah, choo choo choo. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah. All right. All of the augments I've done to this spear.
Yeah, this is really coming in handy for a guy who doesn't believe in undead.
I prepare. That is 5 plus 5 plus 1. That is the 11 damage. Magical silver piercing.
All right, 11 damage, magical silver piercing.
I guess this is a surprise round.
It is.
All right, so I get a second attack at the very least.
All right, what are you going to do with the second attack?
Second attack. When I stab it, what happens? Like, does it just go straight through it?
You actually go where the mouth is dangling, and you spear inside of it, and you watch as your spear goes through the back of him, and now is coming out the spine. There's no blood. There's no, like... It just literally looks like you broke through a piece of loose leaf.
All right, so I guess with my second attack, it's going to be just like rip the spear out, like as if it's like, you know, I'm using the bludgeoning part of my quarterstaff just to rip it straight out of the top of its head.
Okay.
That is a 18 to hit.
That misses.
Then I guess I just gently instead.
Sorry, sir. No, you watch as it gets stuck in there. It looks up at you. It actually does have a face, though its face is entirely sunken. And when you peer inside of it, you see a reflection of many, many of souls looking at you. Your spear becomes so weighted, it hits the ground with you in front of it.
The fuck? Wake has no concept of ghosts or the undead. He's very confused by what this might be.
The jaw slowly pops open teeth that create a closed gap. That is about 3 feet of a row of teeth from the top and the bottom jaw.
Those are real big.
It lets out a ethereal scream so loud you watch as the ethereal body of Riss sink back inside and his coloration returns to him, though he's still on, like, strapped in the gurney, like, just like he's trying so hard to breathe.
He's not in combat.
You hear this thing scream at you and it pushes you back.
Yeah, I'm just guessing like hair.
And your skin turns pale. Everyone else from the door, when this thing screams at him, you watch his soul try to escape, and wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube mans itself back into his body.
That was a weird feeling.
The creature disappears. Yep, just keep it there for now.
All right.
I have a bad feeling about
Did you say Risk is he bound or
yeah,
is he just
he's
there?
strapped to that
He's
table.
strapped in there by a gurdy.
Okay.
I want to go get him.
I'm going to try and stealth my way over to him.
Oh, no, we ain't finished yet.
Oh dear.
We ain't finished yet, my dudes.
What beehive have I
I think this
unraveled?
might, looking at the time we have, this might actually be the last thing we have.
Okay. Oh!
Oh, hello.
Front and center, boys. And I brought some friends.
Yeah, 3 things pop into existence.
From the table, you watch as not other souls that look like Risk, but centaur, like ghost, kind of like just lift up, almost like in a very Frieza-like prayer-like motion where they're like opening their arms out and like standing still. They rise up from the table, As does Risp's soul, going up in the same pose.
No.
Nope, Riz, get back in your body.
And
You need
the
that to be a
creature,
god.
the creature reappears, standing down, looking at the lot of you. Lets out another scream. All of you watch as pieces of your soul kind of like dangle out, and you feel the entire being of yourself from those pieces. Like your arm now has a little bit of your shoulder kind of like flying out as it screams. Your face, you watch as a piece of it kind of like flies out and goes back in. Red watches as like an entire part of her leg is like almost flies off. Castor is unaffected by this though. Whereas Barabbas, you watch as most of his upper torso almost leaves him and comes back in.
You want to talk to this guy, Castor?
Let me double check something real quick.
Hey, man, that's my soul. That's a whole genre of music I can't do without that.
Wait, just ready. Yeah.
The other creature, the other ghosts rise up by the name of Grand Mage Granderfault. The lesser one shall fall.
Grand Mage
The
Grand-
the castle must be preserved. And we will stop there.
Grand Mage Granderfault. It's like he was born for this job.
Grandpa Granderfall the Grand Mage is,
Let me spell that name out for you guys. Grand apostrophe EJUREFALT.
All right. Well, hell of an adventure we got going here.
From one cliffhanger to another.
I stopped Risk's soul from being sucked out of him, so like that kind of, sort of, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's now
you
standing
watch
at
his
attention in
soul
front of
go
us.
up, but at the same time, remember when he was trying to rip it out of him?
It's still connected to him a little.
Yeah, like it's still like kind of like attached to him, so it's still that. Before, his coloration was disappearing. Now his color is still there, but that link is still on him, is still appeared.
Either way, we'll have to deal with that next time at the table.